for this effect, I could start off by giving both decks a shuffle just like this. After both decks have been shuffled, I could then have either one participant or two participants. But either way we do this, we're going to have two cards selected. So one card from each deck. So let's say we start with one of the participants as they go through and touch the back of any card. Now they could also sign the face, it doesn't matter. In this case, we have the seven of diamonds. We're going to take that seven and we're going to leave it right there. With the red deck, we're going to do the same thing. So go through, have a card touched, and in this case, oh my gosh, look at that. The seven of diamonds. So that is actually an effect in itself. So let's see now if we can actually do something with the two sevens. I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but let's take the red seven of diamonds, place it on top of the blue deck. We can then take the blue seven of diamonds. Oh, the blue seven of diamonds and place it on the red deck. We can then cut both cards into the deck just like this. So the red 7 is in the blue deck, and the blue 7 is in the red deck. If I just spread through the cards like this, and I actually find the first 7 and I cut it to the top, we have, in this case, the 7 of diamonds. Not very surprising because it is the same card. However, let's see with the second deck. So if we go through, for the blue, a 7, here we go, and we turn it over, there is the other 7 as well. Not very entertaining. However, let's go ahead and switch these. So the blue 7 on top of the blue, the red 7 on top of the red. For the blue deck, all I have to do is give it a front riffle, and just like that, you're going to see the blue 7 of diamonds rises to the top. And if I give this red deck a riffle, you're going to see the red 7 rises to the top as well. And that is the effect. If you would like to learn how to do this, please stick around for the tutorial. So, before I get into the tutorial, a few things I want to cover. First of all, this was a total coincidence. So I didn't mean to pull out this matching 7 of diamonds. That's how it happened. Now, that may not have looked very good in the performance, but during the tutorial, you're actually going to see how it's supposed to look like. That's the first thing. The second thing are the cards I'm using. Now, these are the Garrett Thomas Red and Blue GT Speed Reader custom marked deck. I won these as part of a brick giveaway from Sean Devine, and I do have a deck review on these. So I'm going to leave that review in the description along with the unboxing and Sean's channel so you can go and subscribe to him. I'm also going to leave the tutorial video and performance video, it's in one video, in the description along with the channel. Go and subscribe to them as well. Card Mat Tutorials. Really great guy, along with Sean. So, what are you going to need for this effect? You're going to need one thing, and I have talked about this a few times on the channel. You're going to need a double backer. Now, the speed readers come with a double backer, and I do have a video covering playing cards I own that come with double backers, which I will link in the description. So your only setup is to place the appropriate double backer on the appropriate decks in your set. So once you have this, you're all good. Now you can start off with false shuffles and or false cuts. I'll leave a link in the description. And you can show all of the cards are different from a face up position. Just when you get to the bottom, don't go too far because you don't want to flash that double backer. And then you can do the same thing for the second deck. So you can go through, show these are all different. Just when you get to the bottom, just be sure not to go too far and flash that double backer. Now, another thing you can do, which isn't necessary, is you can place a strip of double stick tape on the back of these double backers. That's because you're going to be performing double lifts and it's going to make it easier, but of course that is optional. So you're going to start off with the first deck and you're going to have the participant touch really any card they want in the deck except this top card. So let's say we go through and they touch this card. In this case, the three of spades. You're going to turn it face up and put it on top of the deck. So the double backer is underneath it. So you can say that the first selection for the blue deck is the three of spades. Do your double lift and say we're going to leave the three on the table. The three is on top of the deck still, double backer on the table. You're going to do the same thing with the red deck. So you're going to go through, have any card except the top card touched, turn it face up on top of the deck. In this case, the ace of clubs. Say we're going to turn over the ace, do a double lift, put down the double backer, and that's going to leave the ace on top. If you're not familiar with double lifts of any sort, my videos are going to be in the description. Once you have done this, you say that you're going to try to do something now with both cards. So you're going to place the ace of clubs. They think this is the ace, but it's not. On top of the blue deck, and you're going to place the three of spades, but it's not on top of the red deck. You're then going to give both decks a cut and complete the cut. So you're going to pick up one of the decks and say, okay, let's spread to that different colored card. Once you have reached, in this case, the red double backer, take all the cards on top of that double backer or above the double backer, move them to the bottom of the deck, and do a double lift and say, oh, isn't that weird? Instead of the ace moving over, now the three has a red back. You can say whatever you would like. But after you're done showing it, turn it over and put down that top card. Do the same thing with the other deck. So you're going to spread through. Once you have reached that blue card, take all the cards above it and move it to the bottom. So really, you're just cutting this double backer to the top. Do your double lift and say, okay, so the same thing happened with the ace. It's still on top, it's just a different color. Turn it over, set it down. Then you say, let's try that one more time, but by switching the double backers, putting them back on their respective decks, and then you can do anything you would like. You're then going to do a double lift, show the three, and finally to end this, you can push off the three because of the double backer, and you're going to do the same thing with the other deck, and you are set. And that is the effect. So I hope you really enjoyed this effect. Not too hard, it just uses a double backer and some double lifts, and you are set. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye.